It's going all right. How about yourself? Do these fit? They do. Hell yeah. I got a new tool. Other than the safety glasses and shit. God damn, this table became a disaster. It wasn't that bad earlier in the week. Glad to hear it. I got... So it's for food storage. Right? And it's got a silicone seal. And you press the button down and it locks itself onto the base thing in here. So you can lift it up from that. Anyway, like, it's watertight, I would assume. So the cool thing about it is, I finally have something to put all the knife parts in so that I don't drop them on the ground all the time anymore. It's easy to clean. Now, I don't think that you can take this part off. But frankly, I don't want to break it just in case, so... There we go. Super easy to clean. I figured, I take knives apart all the time, and I'm about damn tired of dropping all the parts on the ground because they're so small. So instead of dropping them and saying, well, that's gone forever, and then having to go find it, I just stick them in there. And there we go. The downside is it's a little bit small, so fitting all the screws in there separately and apart from each other might be a pain. However, I just figured out it's large enough to fit Q-tips. And for those of you who don't know me, I use a lot of Q-tips. Well, on the bright side, I used my brain for once, and I went and bought a bigger one. So I can put all the pieces in this one and keep them separate, and put all the Q-tips in the other one. Now this one needs cleaned. I did buy them used. I cleaned out the inside and took this one apart and everything, but the top still looks like shit, so now we're going to change that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started on cleaning this thing. And we'll just use the Q-tips. Oh, this is going to take forever. For anybody wondering what this is, it's isopropyl alcohol. I think I'm actually just going to clean it with a microfiber because that's going to be a lot easier. Few scratches, not bad. I just remember seeing these things on commercials when I was a kid, and I was like, well, that's awesome. Just put tools in it. Because they marketed them as food storage products. It's a food storage product. And basically you press that button and it makes a vacuum seal that prevents the top from coming off easily. Ta-da! Yep, so I'm going to be putting knife parts in this one when I'm taking knives apart to clean them. I do a lot of knife maintenance. So, and because we're sitting here on the edge of a table, I drop stuff sometimes, and then, you know, you're sitting at a table, you really don't want to go down there and pick it up, but you kind of have to, or else you might forget that it's there, and you can't put the thing back together unless you have that part, so bam, just stick them in this thing instead. Void, you can use these things for whatever you want. I won't recommend anything like that, however. I'm not sure how well these prevent smells, because I doubt that they're airtight. So now we've got some sticker residue that I gotta take care of. So actually, it's not dishwasher safe. The only thing that's dishwasher safe is the silicone seal that's in these. This right here. I think that's the only thing that's dishwasher safe. According to the bottom of this says silicone gasket is dishwasher safe. Hand wash all other parts. Cody, how's it going? I mean, this is a pretty clear indication that we probably shouldn't stick it in the dishwasher. But not everybody follows the... I don't know, I was surprised that we had over 20. You know, lately the channel hasn't been doing great, but, you know, you keep going. Keep pushing, gotta keep the people entertained. I really don't want to scratch it off with a knife. I want something softer than the plastic that they use. They're everywhere else. Honestly, at the moment, I'm cleaning this for when I take knives apart. I'm going to stick the parts in here. Worldwide patent pending. Ooh. So I got some of that crap off. Maybe... Aiden, what's up? Let's maybe try this. A little bit of scraping. Unless it doesn't want to scrape. Try the bottom of this and then scrape with that maybe. Oh, it's doing something. Cool, so that doesn't scratch. Nope. %70. Just remember, we banned 68% already, so... No, I'm just working on it. You know, if it keeps people entertained, taking a sticker off, I'm not going to ask any questions, to be honest. We'll just continue with what we're doing already. No, I don't have Goo Gone. You know what we could do? I was going to say we could grab a piece of tape and just use the tape to get the adhesive off. You guys would be surprised how well that works. I tried Dawn dish soap earlier. It didn't do anything. I've thought about buying one of those ultrasonic cleaners. The one I'm looking at's like $70, and I just don't. I'm saving up for other stuff first. Alcohol, tried that. Maybe I should drink and then do this. Wonder how that would go. I don't think I have any degreaser at the moment. Not up here, anyway. A razor blade will scratch the plastic. I tried Goo Gone, it didn't do anything either. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't have any acetone. I was thinking about that the other day, that I don't have any acetone yet. Dude, Goo Gone, dish soap, literally nothing worked. Except, I'm sure that a second piece of tape would actually do something, but... Gasoline would melt the plastic. Yeah, just friction. I tried rubbing alcohol. Oh, it'll be fine, Scott. I'm not worried about it. No, it's plastic. If it was glass, I would have been using a knife to do it, but I don't want to scratch it. I don't know why. We have 60 people in here watching me take sticker residue off of a piece of plastic. Like, I didn't think it was that entertaining, but apparently it is. Or maybe YouTube finally fixed their, We're waiting for you to find a better way. Well, we can try that spray stuff, but I don't think it's going to do anything. I tried it earlier and it didn't help much. Oh. Interesting. See, this is the stuff that I use for sharpening. It's also the stuff that I use to take tape residue off my knives, but it wasn't working earlier. I tried Goog on it, didn't work. No, I did not try heat. It's not dishwasher safe, so I'm going to assume that heat probably isn't a good move either. Tried hot soapy water. I'm pretty sure that nail polish remover would, because it's mostly acetone, would probably melt the surface of the plastic. This seems to be working better. Again, gasoline would melt the plastic. Gasoline's extremely harmful to plastics that aren't designed for it. I've thought about getting those, but I wouldn't use them very often. I know which ones you're talking about. You can get them in like orange and stuff. But I'd use it like twice. Eucalyptus oil. That is some nasty stuff. Actually, the friction wasn't doing a whole lot either. Heavy amounts of friction weren't doing it. And a microfiber ain't helping. A wet microfiber, mind you. We'll get it off eventually. Guitar pick, not a bad idea. I don't have one in the same room. And frankly, I don't remember where I put mine. Red Bull. Carco, what's up? How's it going? Carco, do you have anything in SM100? I could try mineral oil. I mean, the spray that I used has some mineral oil in it. Rubbing alcohol, tried that. Vaseline, don't have any. Baby oil, don't have any. No, orange oil is not something that I would have on hand. That would probably damage it as well. This is plastic, so any metal on plastic isn't going to be good for it. Don't have Red Bull. Do you have a knife in SM100 yet? It's almost gone anyway, so. Well, that might help with mental health or something. Little more. Have you looked into SM100? It's a pretty cool material. That didn't feel good. Yeah, this has some alcohol in it. It's got alcohol, a little bit of Dawn dish soap, and a bit of mineral oil. Appreciate it, Cody. I would like to tell everybody, I don't tell anybody what to do on my streams other than drink water, because I find people constantly telling me to subscribe and like annoying, so my subscribers do it for me, which I greatly appreciate. Oh, come on. Now it's just smearing it everywhere. S6K, I've never heard of that. Ooh. I don't see much of anything left behind. Oh, great. What is this? That's permanent. Okay. I kind of just want it clean. I just bought it used, so it was a food product container. And frankly, when people donate these things, they don't clean them first, and it was just a fucking disaster when I got my hands on it. Real quick. Oh, that smells good. I need to try some more of that stuff with a little bit of vape juice in it to see what that would do. I don't think it would make a big difference, but I kind of want to know if it would smell good. Yep, back to smelling like whatever the fuck that smell is. It smells like shit, dude. It not like shit, but it doesn't smell good. But yeah, here's what it is. No, I'm not baking brownies. I suck at baking. So there we go. Should probably clean around this as well. At this point, Cody's a moderator, an unofficial moderator. When I'm busy looking at something else. We'll see you later, AB123. You have a good one. So yeah, when I'm taking knives apart, I don't think I have, actually. No, I don't think that stainless polish is gonna do good on this. It's gonna hurt the lid. It's not, if it was white, it wouldn't show the scratches as easily. You can tell because this one's white and it doesn't show the scratches as easily. No, I don't make knives. I just collect them. Scotland, that's a ways away. Across the pond. I finally emptied my, that was actually really quick, by the way. I do not, they're not illegal here, it's just, they're not my jam. So time to fill this thing up with Q-tips. AJ, how's it going? Yes, I know why you're here, but Cody's honestly doing a better job at being a moderator than you are, so if anybody's gonna get it tonight, it's Cody. Yeah. Oh, that looks like shit. Okay, so I need to put more stuff up for sale on Blade Binge, but well, yeah, but Cody was here almost from the beginning, so and Cody sticks around for way longer than he should. He should probably head to bed. Anyway, so I do have a place where I sell knives. I prefer to sell them direct, again, because it costs less. Okay, I won't be a piano, don't worry about that. There isn't a link in the description, actually. There's a link on my profile page. Let me go grab the other phone and I'll show. I forgot to clean the top of this one. Oh. The other phone was on the table the whole time. Bad Cody. Oh, okay. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that I don't have up for sale publicly yet. And it kind of depends on what your price range is. Real quick. Okay. So when you're on my stream, if you click right there, and then right here it says, and 4 more links, you click on that. And 4 links down is my Blade Binge account, where I sell stuff. There isn't a whole lot on there. Frankly, I'm kind of too lazy to put pictures up. A $300... Anyway, I've got like 6 knives on here. 8. 7. Okay. Anyway. $300. I don't have a whole lot for to help for on the $300 knife market at the moment. A lot of stuff's on hold. Let me see what I can do though. That's on hold, that's on hold. If you could bump it up by like $900, I have one for you. All right, let's see what I have. It's a Koenig Arius. One of the first 20 that were made in Boise, Idaho. Roughly 20. Is in S90V and titanium. And I may or may not need to... Nope, I don't need to tighten that. Okay. Who makes it? Anthony, how's it going? Yeah, so I don't sell Damascus most of the time because a lot of the time I don't know what steel they used to make it. This one, I know what steel it is. I know it's a reputable company. They're made like 30 minutes from my house or so. Solid company. I really do like their stuff. They're just kind of expensive. So the reason I ask is there's certain companies who will sell parts or send you parts for free. And specifically Kershaw and CRKT do pretty well with that. What knife is it? Yep, ZT will do it as well because ZT is owned by the same parent company as Kershaw. So if it were like a ZT or a Kershaw, you could either do it yourself or you could ship it to me and I will do it for free and then ship it back. But it's going to cost shipping. So not to be mean, but I doubt any of us wants to put a car payment into a knife, so I'm gonna put this thing away. Well, the question is, what do you do with it? Well, that is my main question right there. Because I don't do a whole lot of stuff, honestly. I just don't. Mostly food, to be honest. You know, you sit here with a collection as big as mine, and I'm not trying to brag or anything. I just have a shit ton of knives. And you just do nothing with them at this point. Yeah, I cut tape, cardboard, and food, and that's about it. Every once in a while, I get a package and I open the package, but like I don't have a regular use for mine. Like this one, I used it to cut up boxes today, and I cut a sandwich in half today and yesterday. Envelopes, I don't even get mail. Like every once in a while, I get something in the mail, but everything else is just packages. A lot of pizza boxes, a lot of food boxes, a lot of boxes actually, now that I think about it. Now, I would like to show the things that. Yeah, nope, you're the one with the broken tip. Never mind. Why, thank you. I have more that I'm about to bring out. Let's just hope that I don't have to stand up and do anything because the floor is going to be a disaster by the time I'm done here. Appreciate it, Cody. I cut receipt paper because I'm bored. So the green one, that's the it's a SOG Terminus XR with the XR lock. You have to pull this back to disengage it. You can pull it back on both sides. I would have to guess that every knife that I own cuts through butter. So these two are priced at $40. You know what I find really disappointing? Is how low I have these things priced and nobody buys them. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad or anybody want to buy it, but it's an American made knife. I've talked about this before. I find it so annoying. It's an American made knife in decent steel with decent materials overall. It's a Kershaw leak. Interesting, this got loose. That's not good. Yeah, spring assisted. That was really loose. Well, it has a tip up carry option. That's what these two holes are for. Oh, what's it called? Starts with a C. This is a Kershaw or a CRKT Nerk tie. This one's fancy. Sounds nice too. Makes a lot of nice sounds. You have to touch the flipper or something to make it open. I do believe I have a scallion as well. For this kind of knife, it's more of a collector's knife than anything else. I can't sharpen this thing. This one's a stainless handle. My smallest knife. I know exactly what my smallest knife is. This one is a Nerk tie. Yes, I can't sharpen this section. I don't have the tools for it. Yeah, no, this one's... let me grab a magnet. It's steel. Give me just a sec to grab my smallest knife. Damn it, I said I didn't want to stand up. Oh, hey. That box is actually really close. Get over here. Oh, Jesus. Pro tip, don't pick up 15 pounds of knife when you're sitting down. I have never used a belt to sharpen anything. I've never used a sharp maker either. My smallest knife. This is a Civivi Elementum Mini. They used to just call this the Elementum. Back when I got it, it was just the Elementum. Even though the regular Elementum 2 had the same name. So, yeah. Way smaller. It's a keychain knife. And surprisingly, I actually get a 3-finger grip on this thing. And it is sharp as shit. Hey Cody, could you do me a favor? Could you buy the most expensive? No. The favor was, I do have a giveaway going on here pretty soon for hitting 2K. Could you tell people about that every once in a while, just as a reminder? And I'll talk about it like every 20 minutes or so. So, I should probably make a sign about the giveaway. That smaller one was, I think it was like 60 new. It's not for sale. It's part of my collection, but I bought it because it was kind of funny. Yes, somebody said giveaway. The one on the bottom right, how much do these go for? I looked it up the other day, and I think I said like 90 or something. I thought I saw him going for like 150, but I don't remember for sure. Yes. No, I could probably do a sticker. So a Civivi Catus and a almost brand new Mini Praxis. CRKT. Nerktai. Yeah, they went up in price. Last time I checked, like, really expensive for some reason. That one's a Nerktai 2, which is smaller. Here's one that sold for 96. One that sold for 80. That's not the right one. That's not the right one, not the right one. 130. So just so you guys know, it is a 5250, yeah. Yeah, that one's not the right one. 96, 80. Wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. 130 with the box. I think that one's a full size 180. Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of these things that have moved on the secondary on eBay. Oh, dude, it has the most beautiful stainless ting sound every time you open it. And you're supposed to close it like this because it's technically a lock back. So you push down on that and then you close it two-handed. But I figured out if you grab up here with your middle finger and your thumb and you hold tight and have the other fingers back here to steady yourself and push up here, it snaps closed. Which is awesome, but I'm never going to carry that thing, which is why I'm getting rid of it. Oh yeah, I sell stuff all the time. Was somebody questioning that? No, it's not a scam. I think I've sold 12 knives to my subscribers. With your graphite, be careful with this. This is it's not safe, so I don't recommend it, but I'm a little dumb, so you might pinch yourself too. I got a whole box of shit that's up for sale. Ugh, gimme. Why do I put this stuff so far away? Well, I close back locks one-handed as well. Slide out. Don't know what you mean by that. You heard knives are banned in the USA? That is not true. Because I'm in the USA and I carry one every day. I carry two every day. One for me and one for when a stupid person asks for me for something. Oh yeah, I don't have any OTFs. Slender. I'll give you a solid answer, okay? I don't know how much shipping is going to cost. And I don't know how to ship a glass jar safely. But I think somewhere around 5,000 is more than fair. See, I have a solid reputation. And if I'm going to ruin it for something as stupid as that, it's got to be worth it. Dude, AJ's going to be pissed off if a Ziploc bag will not hold it for a long enough amount of time. I promise you that. Weak knives. Oh, my feelings. I'm going to die right now because of my feelings. To keep it fresh. Jim, you are brutal. My God, duct tape. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I am. I need to expand my market. Yeah, you're right. I need to sharpen things for people. How much for which black one? This one's 35. This one's probably around the same. Of course it has to be fresh. An 8 to 10 inch knife. What am I going to do with an 8 to 10 inch knife? Okay. So, which one are you wanting? This is a leak. This one's a Thero. Any new knives? Nope, it's mostly used. Yeah, an 8 to 10 inch knife. That is just... I don't think I could carry that on a regular basis. Okay, the leak. Okay, so we start off with payment, and then there is an email that I have on... I don't wear a belt, so an 8 to 10 inch knife just isn't going to fit in my regular life. Hey. There we go. So you're going to find my email where it says more. And it's right up here. I do have. I have one Boker Kalashnikov that I'm willing to get rid of. I carried it for like a week, and then I never touched it since. And it's sitting here in a box on my table, taking up space. Dust. Because it takes up space, and that's all it does. It's a black wash in D2. So in that email that you send to Dagger Grind, aluminum scales, push button auto. Yes, pretty much. Back to, dang, that was a ways away. Back to Max's comment. It starts with payment, then, other than this one, this is the only automatic that I have. If I were to ask around, I'll answer the old timer question here in a sec. If I were to ask around, I could probably get another automatic, like a Piranha. I could probably get a Piranha. I don't know which one though. And I don't know what pricing is going to be. Personal collection. I also buy and resell. I buy things, sharpen them, clean them, and then sell them. Some of them are part of my personal collection, which is just stuff that I thought was cool or stuff that I actually liked. And as it's evolved over the couple years that I've been doing this, there's some things that I'm not interested anymore. Yes, until I took an arrow to the knee. Microtech. Maybe. What are you looking for? Like, I'm not 100% sure if I can get, or what Microtech I can get. And I buy them used, so it's not going to be new. But I'm going to move some stuff out of the way, clean the top of this box. I am kind of like a broker, honestly. I'll find you knives as well. I don't recommend, I know that you may want an OTF. I don't recommend an OTF knife for daily carry or cutting tape. Specifically tape and cardboard. I do not do trades most of the time. If I do, then I would need to receive the trade first, which I've done before once. I need to verify everything. Well, I'm sorry, but international shipping is extremely expensive. And frankly, I really don't want to fill out customs forms. Yes, you will have trouble with NOTF in daily use. Damn, you spent a lot of money. This one's priced at 40, but it's got a ton of scratches on it. If they'll show up on camera. Yeah, there we go. But it's in D2. It's freshly sharpened. Speaking of which, I don't think any of these new people have seen what the edges I leave are like. I know, it's printer paper. Yeah, exactly. The average person doesn't clean their knife. Like, they wash it off in the sink. That's about it. Well, that was a weird angle. No, we're not average, but a lot of people are. Okay, well, I can see what I can find. There's one dude that I would ask. Vanilla Gorilla. That's a good name. Anthony. Oh, just everyday tasks. You know, probably cutting paper. Damn it. Oh yeah, I don't cut my fingernails with a knife. I use fingernail clippers for that. I've been cut enough times to understand that it doesn't feel great, so I just don't do stuff like that. I use stones and diamond plates. I have one stone, 3 diamond plates, and a bunch of lapping films. You should wait a little bit. Apparently, they're coming out with a mini MSI on the 4th, which I told them months ago that they should release. The problem is the first release is going to be in titanium, and I have no clue how expensive that's going to be. Oh yeah, so I clean my knives with isopropyl alcohol. Well, there you go. Yeah, yep, I was talking about it last night. I just find that a 4-inch blade is too big for most everyday tasks. So, I would prefer a smaller one. You guys are going to love this. One of my buddies has a an infidel, a Benchmade infidel. He blew it out with brake clean and then used Benchmade's oil on it, and then it started rusting from the oil. I'm on the Moon Crew, the NAF's Moon Crew Facebook page quite often. I do frequent around there. I used to frequent the CRKT Underground group, but I'm going to be honest, a lot of the people in there are kind of stingy and, you know, they just don't like used stuff, so I don't frequent around there. Well, I got my hands on a full-size MSI, and the full-size MSI is about the same size as a Spyderco Military. So it's huge, and frankly, I just read a smaller version, which is where the PM2 or the Para 3 come in. These are both great knives. It's just, this is too big. The only reason I carry it on a daily basis is because I abuse it. It's the only one that I abuse. Which one? The Para 2 or PM2 or the military? I would definitely go with the M390 MK because I'm not sure of what other steels they use. I never really looked into it, and frankly, oh yeah, I've been liking it. Surprisingly, so when you use these for an extended period of time, the scales get hot. I got a high body temp, but they get hot. And then I stuck it in my pocket and pulled it out 2 minutes later, and it was back to cold. Not cold, but like colder than body temp. It was really interesting. I'm sure aluminum does the same thing, but the G10 scales, when they got hot, they stayed hot. 44 carbine, what's up? How's it going? I should probably take the stuff that's not for sale off the table. I used to sell on eBay, but eBay takes a 13.5% cut. And I figured, why not just sell directly instead? You want to start collecting small pocket knives. How small are we talking? Are we talking like Baby Banter small? This thing's perfectly average at 3 inches. Spyderco Ambitious small. It kind of depends on what you're talking about. Like, what is small to you? I've got a squid holy. Oh, is... Where did I put that thing? I don't know where I put the squid holy. Have you bought from me before? Oh, it's been a long time. I don't think that you have, at least not with that channel. I looked at the MF1 and it looks weird. So they most definitely did not discontinue the bug out. There's no way they would have done that. It's their moneymaker. It is the best-selling knife from Benchmade ever. They did? No. Well, we have Google. Where you been? Old Benchmade. I can get my hands on a Benchmade Arcane. It's not everybody's thing, but I know I can get my hands on one of those. And possibly the smaller version of the Arcane. I'm not sure how much they're going to cost right now. I need to check that first. Yeah, it's not discontinued. There's no way that they were going to discontinue that. Interesting. CC or static. Uh that sounds like an interesting day. It definitely wasn't me. It looks a lot like a ProTech oh, what's that damn thing called? Newport. I've sold 2 iridiums. They're a great knife, they're just slightly too big for me. Is that your other account? Huh. I'm sorry, without the profile picture, it just doesn't sound familiar. I recognize people based off of their profile picture, mostly. You'd like to file a complaint? I'm not the person to file it with. The 960, I don't think I've ever seen one of those. They make an Iridium launch, and I think that they made a couple in MagnaCut as well. $960. Oh, a full-size Osborne. Okay. Oh, yeah, no. That's a completely different knife. Well, I found one on eBay for 600. I doubt you want to drop that much money. And there's a rare limited edition one in blue for 800. Okay, I appreciate you showing up. Just go buy a Bel Air anyway. I know they're expensive, but it seems like it's a worthwhile knife. Oh, I can't help you with when you run away from a knife. I can't help you with that. Foldable karambit, I do not have. I didn't know that they made more than one. Actually, I knew they made more than one. I didn't know they made more than two, I guess. I've been really impressed with Kershaw lately. With them, I could have sworn I would have remembered that, but no. Benchmade is not a value company. They are a name brand now, which sucks. Clip point's a great blade shape. It says +5 free Q-tips. I didn't know they made an XL. What? Shit, they made a few of them. Appreciate the sub. I think we're going to hit my next goal tonight. Oh my god. How many of these things have they? Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 Bel Airs. Just on Blade HQ alone. What did Jim say? Did he say something dumb? He's mean to me a lot. Oh, a 1/4 inch longer? XL? Really? It's a 1/4 inch longer and it's... Okay then. Yeah, like the things you put in your ears, even though it says on the back of the thing that you're not supposed to put them in your ears. Yeah, pretty much. So I've thought about buying a petrified fish, and every time that I wanted to, I didn't have the money, and now that I'm saving up for something more expensive, it's just not on the table. They look solid with decent materials and a really good price, and I've held one, and I think that I'd probably recommend them. That's not a bad idea. In my truck, I leave a pack of 50 disposable blades in case I'm carrying something like that, but I usually don't. Oh, that's not up for sale. What site do I sell on? Either on here or on Blade Binge. Nobody follows those rules. I usually don't sell knives, but lately I've been trying to buy something more expensive, so I'm selling stuff. The Fastback's a good knife. Okay, now we're back to current. And then chat's moving fast again. I think our first design, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think our first design with knives, I guess, is going to come with washers and bearings as an option. I can't talk about what I'm saving up for because it would spoil the surprise. This is all up for sale. I've got a box full of stuff that's up for sale. I do not sell throwing knives of any sort. It does have titanium scales, but I won't give you any more information about it. I've done that. I have a mutt, what's it called? A QSP Parrot that has a Kershaw leak washer in one side and a set of bearings in the other. Do I sell swords? No. No, I don't carry fixed blades. But I'm pretty sure that was a buck 120, and I don't have one of those. Yeah, I sell case knives. If you're interested in more yeah, I thought so. Let me see what traditional stuff I have. Oh, this is such a disaster. Well, I really don't want to sell that one because it's not in great shape. I've got to open crab legs. Yeah, honestly, probably either a nutcracker or something like that, or a damn, what was the other thing called? Amora. Yep. Yeah, the plan was because I don't like how much maintenance bearings take. I do not sell knives that are just combs. Nope, they are all knives. How many knives did I sell last month? I think 5. Mora does make great knives for the price. Now, where is that case? I don't know. I don't know how many I get on average because I just started selling like 2 months ago. So this case has synthetic scales. It's got a bent tip on one of the blades that needs fixed. I do not. I don't have a Congress. I need to get a Congress one of these days. Any of these things that don't sell, I'm going to probably dump off at a pawn shop and then start buying better stuff. This is an abused case from the 50s with maroon bone. I had one GEC and I sold it. Made a lot of money on it too. I bought it from a pawn shop for 40 bucks and I sold it for 210. How much for the This is back when Case still did half stops, by the way. I had it up for 260. Somebody offered 208. They didn't follow through with the payment. So somebody else offered 210 and I said, "Sure, why not?" I mean, I still made insane profit. I do want a Rockstead, but I'm not saving up for one of those. So for this one, I could probably do like 35 because it's not in great shape. And frankly, I just want it to go to somebody who's going to care about it. You know, the things like 60 something. That's great. That's beautiful, Katie. Damn, we got 40 likes. How the fuck did that happen? Where the hell did you people show up from anyway? I've been averaging like 20, and then today I got like 80 something all at once. There's somebody on Facebook that said, "Hey, go check this stuff." A random short. Well, that's nice. At least I'm getting recommended again. Richard, what's going on? That honestly, I've seen those, and I'm kind of interested. Oh, really? Anthony, I have an interesting knife. It's called a Cold Steel Lucky, or a Lucky 2. Nope, I don't sell ballad songs. Cold Steel. So it's a two blade, kind of moose style, with a pocket clip. Carbon fiber scales and S35 VN blades. This side is fully serrated. And then this side is plain edge. Back when I bought it, it was like 75. Nowadays, I think it's 84 or something. I might look into that. I mean, I probably won't. The nail clippers I have are fucking massive. They're like that long, but great leverage. The most expensive knife I'm selling is a Koenig Arius. In titanium Cerakote finish with a two-tone blade. And it is up for a lot less than it was last time. 1,200. If you want the collector's value of it, then it's worth it. If you want to just buy this knife new, they are cheaper than this. This is for like a Koenig collector. Brand new ones are like 700 something. We hit 45 already. Okay, so this Koenig Arius was made in approximately, I got a new card for it, so approximately December 2016 when they moved production to Idaho, or to Boise, Idaho, instead of having them made by another company. This is when they started making them themselves in-house. It's in S90V. They use M390 now. It's about 5.9 ounces. The modern ones are around 3. It is a solid brick of titanium. No, that's Keurig. It's a little different. It is definitely rare. It's one of the first 20 or so that were made in-house. And yes, it is a solid knife. Solid frame lock with a steel insert. It just feels amazing. And honestly, for something in titanium, it's got a little bit of weight to it. It feels good. The new ones weigh about half. This one doesn't feel like it's going to let you down. None. Oh, of course I failed it on the left hand. It's because it's a frame lock. There we go. Got to do it a weird way, but I kind of want it, but the fuller right here, I don't know. I should ask Bill. It is too large for a keychain. I don't know what that means, J-Dog. That's a keychain. See, it's got the hole for it. Oh. It could probably be used for that. I'll be honest, I'd probably go with an Adamas before I go with that thing, though. Like a full-size Adamas. A Gerber MP600, I think. Just about killed me. And this is a regular military, not a military 2. It has the liner lock. And it is in DLC. Made in 2014, I believe. I don't live too far from where the Chris Reeve knives are made. They've got a nice little showroom. Nope. It is a military one. I kind of wish I had a military too, but I don't know. I probably wouldn't abuse it as much as I do this one. All these scratches are from the first owner. Like the DLC coating on the front is just gone. I need an address to ship to, and that's it. The bottom left. This is a Spyderco Ambitious in 8CR. It's adorable. You don't usually see a Spyderco that's this small. Oh, I didn't see that. I try to read every comment, but we've got like 60 people in here, and I think 10 or 15 were talking, it's hard to keep up. I don't try to skip out on comments, but sometimes there's just a lot of people talking. No, yeah, the next step up is, so there's the Ambitious, there's the, oh fuck you, what's this thing called, damn it? Persistence, yes, thank you. So there's the Ambitious, the Persistence, and the Tenacious. Bit of size difference between the three. My pry bar. The gateway drugs to the PM2. Yeah, I use it to pry the shit out of things. It is the only knife that I use as a pry bar, and when I'm taking other knives apart, I sit there and pry the scales apart with it. It is the only knife that I use like that. Got it for 20 bucks from a pawn shop. Hey, where'd my PM2 go? Man, it was just in my pocket. Well, fuck me then. I guess that shit's gone. I'll find it eventually. It's the only shiny thing on the table. Oh, dumbass. Okay, I want you guys to see this, right? I'm sitting here looking for my PM2 that was in my pocket. Right? No big deal. It's, it's somewhere on the table. You guys see the PM2 anywhere? It just anywhere on the table? Sitting there right next to the fucking pad. Nope. I don't see it. It's just not there. Brass is heavier than you think it is. I promise you, it is heavier than you think. It would be, but okay. You do you, boo. Copper does have a weird smell. I'll I'll agree with that. Nope, I don't have any paragons. I've thought about. I'm probably gonna get a set of titanium scales for my Para 3. Bottom left. This one is a Spyderco Ambitious. It weighs a half a pound. Holy shit. That is heavy, dude. My phone's a half a pound. Dang. Cody's more supportive than Lou is. 8.1 ounces. God damn. Holy shit. And it's titanium? Hey, we hit 50. Nice. Lou has a daily life outside of this, so I'm not going to tell people to show up. You know, everybody has a life. They're free to do whatever they want. Preferably don't do stupid shit, but this thing I think is 7. Actually. Yeah. This thing's at least 7 ounces. Is my guess. I plan on doing a shipwreck patina. The problem I'm having at the moment is I don't know of any solid clear coat that doesn't chip and doesn't wear easily. Right? Indeed, we do have a 2K giveaway coming up here in the coming weeks. I don't know what week yet. Haven't figured that out. But these two are being given away. Civivi Mini Praxis and a Civivi Cadus in 14C, and the other one's in D2. JJ, I can probably find you a PM2. I carried this for a week, and then I carried it for another week, even though I wasn't supposed to. Dude, this thing, it's amazing. I love this knife so much. And it's the only knife I think I will regret giving away. Black burlap micarta. 14C with a black wash finish. This thing's just a great knife. And classic mini Praxis. This thing's a great knife as well. I mean, who's going to talk down on that? Now the 5K giveaway, that's going to be interesting. Y'all don't know what I'm giving away yet, but it's expensive. Yeah, I gave my dad a mini Praxis for Father's Day like 2 years ago. Or last year, and the thing's great. It's actually in that time, I want you guys to keep in mind, it's been, no, it has been 2 years, I think. Maybe. Give me a second to think about it. Mini Praxis and a full-size Praxis. I've got a full-size Praxis up for sale. I just don't have it on the table because it's too damn big. And nobody's asked if I had one for sale, so let me check when that video was uploaded. The Father's Day video. I hit 2,100 subscribers tonight. Hell yeah. Damn, it's been a while. Come on, happy Father's Day. Where's that one at? Can I search my videos? All right, we'll see you later, Anthony. You have a good one. Yep, the only downside of the fidget-friendly knife locks is some of the more fidget-friendly ones. Specifically, I'm talking to you guys with these ones. The springs are terrible. Meaning, I think it's the newer model Benchmades that have issues with them snapping. Really? Fine. I'll keep searching through my account. The worst part is Benchmade's going downhill and their prices are going up. So not only are you not getting the knife you used to get, but you're also getting a worse knife than you used to get. Oh, any day now, I will find that video. There we go. It was June 16th, 2024. So it's been a little over a year. Shreyan, how's it going? And I've sharpened it in that year. He does so much shit with that thing. I've sharpened it twice. Not even just touch-ups. Or they are just touch-ups, but I've sharpened it twice. I've never stropped it unless I was sharpening it. It's insane. No, see, they make good knives. It's just the quality of the materials that they've been using are going downhill. I do not have any switchblades to sell. That's not true. Give me a sec. Where is it at? There you are. A Kershaw Launch 1 in CPM 154 that probably needs sharpened. That one's a decent deal too. I wouldn't mind 940. It would need to be heavily modified though for me to keep it. I wouldn't mind doing some 3D printing stuff. Need to buy a 3D printer one of these days. How much for this? I have it priced at 80. Kershaw guy sells them for 90 to 95 because it is a factory seconds. So the blade doesn't have a warranty because of some sort of flaw that they didn't like on it that I never found. Honestly, I never figured out what was wrong with this thing that they said it was a factory seconds, but I know they're sharp. I'm the one that sharpened them. Is this one sharp? Did I sharpen this one? Yeah, I sharpened it. Yep, I've never seen or used a knife before. I've been running a knife YouTube channel for the last 2.5 years, but I've never touched one before. It's my first time. Oh, a Hoagie Deca. I can agree with that. A Hoagie Deca sounds pretty good. ProTech Malibu, I'll agree with that. ZT0450 is an interesting option to replace that. I'd definitely go with the Deca first, but maybe the Hogue Misto. I've got a few butter knives, but I know the 0450 didn't come up as a replacement for that, to be honest, in my head. I've got one around here. Oh. Yeah, that's what I was saying, was a Misto. Where the fuck did I put my ZT? Somebody called that thing. I put it in the knife box, and then now it is no longer in the knife box, which isn't a good thing. Nope. I'm not dropping 600 bucks on a diving knife. That is pointless to me. We'll see you later, Jim. You have a good one. Alright, it's kind of important that I find this ZT before the buyer says they're ready to buy it. Be nice if I remembered where I put it. I have no clue where I put that thing. Oh, yeah, I do. Never mind. It's in another box. Oh, sometimes I am so special. I put in a box full of expensive knives to go out and take pictures. And then I just completely forgot that it was in there. What's the expensive stuff that's in that box now that I think about it? And there was one knife that wasn't expensive, but I already shipped that one off. Nope, no karambits. I don't find them useful in everyday life. Ah, yes. Dude, they are insane with their pricing. And you know what the best part about their pricing is? Because of where they have them priced, when they eventually have to raise prices due to inflation, they're still going to be reasonable. They could up the Deca to 150 for the base model, and it's still better than the bug out. I've only heard good things about Hogue. I don't think I've ever had one of their regular folders in hand before. So both of these are called already, but Tops MSF 4.0 and ZTO 450. I just had a great idea for a video, and I think I'm going to do it. Let me type that up real quick, and then we'll continue. I haven't done a video in a long time, but I don't usually script my videos. Oh yeah, Hogue is doing a great job. Pricing, materials, overall, they're just great. I'm extremely impressed with them. I don't think I've heard almost any complaints about their products. And their customer service is on point. That's a big deal to me, customer service. If their customer service sucks, I'm not going to recommend them. Kershaw still makes American stuff. Not all of them are American made, but they still make stuff. Like this one's American made. Interesting fact about that little heart emoji thing down in the corner. I tried that out on one of my buddy's streams. I used an auto clicker. And I think for 10 or 15 minutes I was using that thing. And it brought his stream from 20 viewers to like 105. It was insane. I've never seen something do that before. Where's my notes app? Do I have a notes app? Notes. Enter. Hey, I do have a notes app. Cool. Fishy fingers, what's going on? I've never messed around with the Gerber American made stuff. I had a chance to, and I carried one of them, and it wasn't as smooth as the Spyderco's that I'd been carrying at the time. So I sold it, and then I had another one, and then I sold that one too. So I never played with them. I will never sharpen a strong arm. I tried sharpening a strong arm the other day on Thursday. Never again. I will never touch one of those things again. It was the worst experience I've ever had sharpening a knife. By far. Because their grind lines suck. So the edge on one, it was skewed further to one side. I'll just show you guys what I mean, right? It was skewed further to one side down here, then up here it was right in the middle, then up here it was over to this side, and then it was back over to that side. It was a freaking disaster. I will never mess with one of those things again. And I don't think that balisong machete thing is smooth enough to be used as a balisong. I don't know how the metal is. Never played with it. And the M600, yes, that is American made. The one that almost killed me. That's what I get for using them wrong. Don't use your knives wrong. You'll regret it. Probably. That sucks. I was kind of hoping they were going to buy this thing. They seemed interested and then asked how much, and I said 80, and then they're like, gone. It just disappeared. Well, fun fact, Mac, I don't know if you knew this, but if you've owned a balisong before, there's a regular handle and there's a bite handle. And if you're stupid enough to grab the bite handle on a machete, then that is definitely your fault. I wouldn't mess with that thing. Like, I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. The thing weighs over a pound, and then you're flipping it around with your fingers? Fuck that. I couldn't imagine playing with one of those things. You've got to be a whole other type of insane. I'll pull up a picture of one here in a sec. I gotta finish this script before I do anything else. Or else I'm gonna forget this wonderful video idea for when I get my grail knife. No. Just don't do dangerous shit and you won't get hurt. I've learned the hard way that knives are dangerous, right? I've come way too close to dying from a knife by my own hand, and I do not need to be playing around like that again. Okay, so I finished the script. It's a good script, by the way. Somebody's gonna find it entertaining. It's gonna be a long video. It'll be well worth it. The only part that sucks is it means I have to buy 2 knives. But it'll be entertaining at least. This is probably one of the weirdest ones in the collection. I don't get to talk about it much because nobody asks about it. But this is a moose style. I don't remember what the auto clicker was called. I also use this app called Internet Blocker or something for mobile games and the auto clicker and stuff like that, where it turns the internet off for that app so that you don't get ads. I need to find out a good price for this thing. So this was back before Rough Rider was the company that they are now. Oh yeah, but then if you put airplane mode on, you can't use it on apps, or you can't use 2 apps at once where one needs internet, you know? Like it takes a little bit of time to set up, but it's worth it to me. I think I'm going to sharpen this thing real quick now that I actually know how to sharpen. Back when I sharpened that thing the first time, I sucked. I don't collect multi-tools, however, I can be a broker for multi-tools if you would like. One of my buddies collects, or doesn't collect, he has a shit ton of multi-tools. Are there any Leathermans that you're looking for by chance? Specifically Leatherman. I can probably get a Surge, I can probably get a Wave for decent prices. I can't help with the crunch. I know exactly which one that is. And then there's the Mr. Crunch. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those. There were only like 1,000 of them or something, but it is a badass tool. And I want one so bad, but holy shit, they're expensive. I've never heard of that. Oh, that's a lot. Let's not knock over the thing. I can probably get a 940 for a decent price. How much are you looking to spend? I need to ask somebody how much they'd be willing to sell one to me for. Yeah, now look up the Mr. Crunch on eBay. Less than 150 for an Osborne. A full size? I'll see what I can do. See, I told you guys I was on an FBI watch list. Now they're sitting here following me on YouTube, too. Damn. I don't know who that is. I do not have a pre-62 Ulster. I'm saying that because I don't have any old timers. You know what I should do? I should go to a company and say, hey, can you guys make me 50 of this knife in this colorway? How much for the case knives? So this one's pretty well worn. And this one's got a bent tip, but let me see how much those are and I'll give you a fair price. What do you guys think of me going? I mean, I'd need a lot of money for a down payment or to pay for them all. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that kind of shit. eBay, help me. I said eBay. Case 6254 SS. Sold items. Wow, these things are all over the place. Oh, here's one. With the box, it sold for $47. Plus $6 in shipping. Mine doesn't have the box. Did I just say 67? 47. Plus 6 would be 53 for a new one with the box. Minus 10 for not having the box. Minus 5 for... Minus 3 for a bent tip. So like 40. For this thing. How much did I have it for recently? Yep. So I could do 40 for this. And I can't fix the tip. But I could possibly resharpen it. Speaking of resharpening, I said I was going to sharpen this, so let's move over to doing that. The next one down is a Case Stockman from around 1954. I think it's a 6337. Case actually makes some aluminum frame locks. So this thing's pretty well worn, like I was saying. Not in the best shape. That sucks. Wish I could help with that, but I'm not sure where I'd even find something like that. So that I could probably do like 35. I need to redo this sign and add a thing that says shipping included in price. I don't even know how we got as many likes as we already have. So this old timer is a 93 OT. The blade's been bent. There's nothing I can do to fix it. But I don't want to bring it to a pawn shop, and I don't want to throw it away. You know, because the pawn shop's going to stick it up for like 35 bucks, and then it's never going to be used again. I'll agree with that. I don't know about the flawless grind part, but yeah, if my second phone was able to do those emoji things, I would, but it isn't able to, so I can't. So, state is the largest. Yes, you're right on that. County is next. Counties can have multiple cities in them. And then there's cities. And then there's towns. This one's 40, but it has a bent tip. This one's 35. And I don't know, this one just needs a new home, so like 10. Because one of the blades is bent. It's this blade. Like, it's obvious that it is bent to this side. I tried sharpening it, and I just couldn't hit this section. So Austin is a city in Texas. And I think this one was indeed before they moved over to China. Yep. It's not for sale, but I would like to bring it out every once in a while. Let me answer that for you real quick. So, San Bernardino, California is a county, is the largest county in the continental United States at 20,000 square miles, and Rhode Island is 1,545 square miles. You will buy both for a good price. Well, I'll drop by $5 if you're buying both because shipping is $5 each. If you buy more than one, then I drop shipping price though. Nope. The average person doesn't give a shit, and once they hear that you spent $500 on a knife, they think you're insane. So I kind of just stopped telling people that this, if I were to buy it brand new with a brand new PM2 and brand new scales, would be around $400 with the pocket clip as well. But nobody asked, so I just don't tell them. So total cost for these two, if you bought them both, would be 70. I don't think that you're gonna get case knives for much cheaper than that. Yep, I do the same thing, Cody. Oh no, I loan my knife all the time. You know why? Because it's already beat to shit. This is the only one that I loan people. Nope. Detroit is all the way across the country. It is almost 3,000 miles away. Let me verify that real quick. It's like 2,800 miles away or something. Oh, I was wrong. It is 2,000 miles away. So let's see. London to Germany. That's 550 miles and that's it? Okay, so I live about 2,000 miles away from Detroit, which is like you driving from London to what's a little bit closer than Germany? Well, not straight in the middle of Germany, then how about Dusseldorf? That sounds fucking stupid because I don't know how to speak that. That's 355. More than that. Monster. London to. Yep, I'm in the US. Really? How about to Castle? Okay, so who was asking about this? Okay, Kevin. I suck at pool, so I'm gonna say pool because that was fun when everybody sucked. So, Kevin, I live about as far away from Detroit as you from in London to Castle, Germany, and back to London, and then back to Castle, Germany, and then back to London again. I do have a few Benchmades, yeah. They're not up for sale, but I do have a few. So, a full size Adamas, a mini Adamas, and a Griptilian up here. SPH. Don't know what that means. Benchmade isn't normally my go-to company unless you can get them used for a decent price. Or a good price, not a decent price. I won't buy them unless they're over $100 off. I swear to God, Cody, if you talk shit about the Boker Mermaid, I'm gonna be pissed. Is Australia bigger than the US? We're including uh we are including Alaska, right? Oh yeah, I didn't do the military thing because I'm not in the military, so and I never was. No, I was just more curious about if we were including $650. Yeah, fucking right. That ain't gonna happen. I do not. I don't think I know anybody that has any that are this thing is $650. Oh my god. I don't like sports. Not my thing. That is disgusting. Magna-cut and you couldn't even heat treat it right. I mean, technically it's not terrible, but no, actually, I want to get this across right. $650. You could buy a Chris Reeve Sabenza with whatever inlays you want almost. With Magna-cut at a better hardness, guaranteed. Oh my god. Please tell me this thing's tiny. Please. 3.6 inch. Okay, so it's about as large as the Sabenza as well. Holy shit. Damn, you're one of the only people to get my age right. Some dude said I sounded like I was 40, and I'm like, the fuck? So Ron, I'm gonna assume that you weren't interested in these two. Smaller Balisong my ass. It's almost well, it's a little over 3.5 inch blade. Actually, no, you're right. That is for a Balisong. That is pretty average. I'm done with Leatherman after that. Okay, so yeah, America is bigger by the sounds of it. I don't know how many miles that is, but actually, the Mako. I held a Mako a little while ago, and I think it was a bottle opener version, but still, it was less than, or it was smaller than this. It was also aluminum handles, so it wasn't super expensive. 650. God damn. Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit, and that includes bullshit pricing. Get a scratchy throat and everything. Everybody go get a drink of water. It's the only thing I tell you to do on my live streams. We got 60 likes. Nice. God, maybe this channel's back. It'd be nice if tomorrow's stream was just like this. 4.5? Fuck that. Yeah. Chris Reeve will do that too. They just charge you money. The Necron is like $1,000. I think the Necron. Let me look this up. The gold class. I looked up Necron and then you're bringing me to this shit? Thank you. Their website sucks. 500, 550, 1300, and 400 for a trainer. Oh, the jungle wear? I wouldn't mind if Canada joined the US. For Mexico to join, we'd have to get rid of the cartels first. Actually, we need to get rid of the gangs here too, but I'm a little less worried about the gangs than I am with the cartel. The cartel's a little different. Cartels. I only need like one good knife. The problem with having one good knife is I don't have a knife to use the wrong way. God damn. I only ship to the US because international shipping is insanely priced. Thank you. I should probably swap out the knives that are on the table. And actually, Mac, that wouldn't fix the illegal immigration problem because a lot of them start off down across Panama. Like they go to Brazil and then they walk almost the rest of the way. It's a P801 SF. I was just kind of putting this thing on the table. Yeah, what kind of thing are you looking for, Dan? Yeah, I put a 3000 grit edge on this thing and I never carry it and I kind of feel bad for not carrying it. It's the poor boy's Sabenza, other than the land. The San Remo land 912 or something. No. Nope. It's gonna be way more than that. I promise you. I think we figured shipping to Australia was gonna be like $150. Spyderco's for sale. This is the only one that's actually for sale. I can get other ones. It kind of depends on what you're looking for. Every once in a while, I get new Spyderco's in, but if there's a specific one you're looking for, tell me now. I'll put it in a little book, and I'll remember to look out for it. And then I need pricing on what you expect to spend. I do try my best to beat those prices, but I can't always do that. I'm asking what you're looking for. I am happy to help you spend your money. So Cash App is basically PayPal, but not a shitty company that holds your money hostage. No, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with legal immigration. If you move here legally, I couldn't care less. Move here legally, pay your taxes, do everything that everybody else does. I don't care. Actually, I do sell through Blade Binge, and I think you can buy internationally on Blade Binge. What are they selling for? I forgot to look that thing up when I bought it. I know I'm going to lose money on it, so I'm not worried about that. Spyderco Ambitious G10. Oh, well, ain't that great? This one's 12, but it's missing half the screws. Oh, that sucks. Sold listings, not. God damn. Give me just a sec. Sold items. 53, 56, 43, 35, 25. I'm probably going to go on the low end. And, I could probably do smack dab in the middle at around 35. I sharpened this thing right. Oh, yeah. At least I don't have to worry about that. That thing is sharp as shit. If you buy that, be careful with it. Oh, that's fun. Oh, you're gonna buy the Spyderco? I can get you a better Spyderco than this. It's just gonna take a little bit for me to find. Well, by the sounds of it, Juan, Ben's gonna buy this thing. But Ben, would you rather spend your money on this or me try and find you a better one than this? Because, I mean, Juan did ask for the price. And I don't know. That one I kind of feel bad about. Thing is, Ben, you're going to be competing with one of my other customers that tends to buy all my Spydercos. And that is a first come, first serve thing. Oh, did Ben ask first? I guess I didn't see that. I don't have anything from NAFs yet. It'd be the tip. I don't see him asking for the blade or for the price of it. He asked if I had any Spydercos. Oh, yeah, no. He definitely asked for it, yep. Yep, so fair enough. Ben did ask first. I just didn't read his comments. About to make some food. Oh yeah, he wants me to behave, because that's going to happen. But yeah, if you got stabbed, then it would be from the tip. A cut would be from, like, any of the other parts of the blade. I don't have anything from Wii, and I never have, so I can't give a solid recommendation on that. They're expensive. For a knife made in China, they are expensive, which is interesting to me. But yeah, Ben, the apparently Cash App is pretty easy to start. I live stream daily, so sometime around 11 Mountain Time, 11 p.m. Mountain Time. Nothing from Vosteed either. Is there a specific knife you're looking for? I'm hiding a Civivi, but didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's fun. Well, you can always make another one. The thing is, I can put it on Blade Binge and sell it to you, but the problem is going to be it's going to cost more. You could reach me through email. Yeah. I try to check my email often, but I'll be honest, I forget quite often. I try to check like once a day. I really do. And usually it's like just before I go to bed. So I don't know. Knife combat isn't my thing. But yeah, there's an email in my bio if you want to send me an email there. This stuff fucking stinks. I wonder if there's something I can do about that to fix that. This thing's just fun to play with. Yeah. They're all sharp. Some are sharper than others, but yeah. Is there a specific knife that you want me to look out for, Ben? I'm like 90% sure I can get my hands on a Benchmade Arcane for a decent price. Not sure if you're interested in that, but I probably can. I could understand that being weird. So you want me to see how much I can get that Arcane for, or? Okay. At what price would you say yes? And I will try and get it for lower than that. I need to look up how much they're going for on eBay. They're not cheap. Be nice now. Around 200. I'll see what I can do. How much are they going for on eBay? They're not cheap because they're discontinued. $250, $250, $300. These are all not sold, so sold listings. $250, $300, $300, $260, $260. I'm not sure I can get it for around the 200 mark. Obviously, the cheaper the better. I completely agree with that. I'll see what I can do. I will see what I can do. Let's see. Man, I don't remember shit. You're putting way too much faith in me. Which one of my knives is best for shaving? Probably none of them. That's not cool, dude. Having a knife dropping in the way. Having trouble holding an angle with this one. I normally don't have an issue with that. Oh yeah, 2K giveaway coming up. Again, US residents only, or people with a US address that I can ship to. Because, as I've said plenty of times, international shipping is extremely expensive. And when I do a giveaway, I want the whole thing to be free. So you guys can thank somebody named Nick. Nick donated some money to the channel a while back by buying a knife for way more than he needed to. And said make the rest go to a giveaway, so I haven't seen Nick since that night. Yeah, I hope he's doing all right. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think that LK is from America if he was saying that. To me, personally, he was the better of two evils, in my opinion. Neither of them were very good, so. Oh, I lost a like for saying that. Oh well. every other country lost all respect for us under the last administration, and I don't know. It was a disaster. This whole the last 20 years have been disaster. Let's be real here. It's been a we do not have the American family values that we used to have. Until they release the files for JFK, I think that one will be questioned the most. Charlie Kirk is probably next in line. Personally, I don't even know who John Lennon is. Like, sounds familiar, but okay, that'll work out. Okay, so that's why it sounds familiar. I don't know. I think the most questioned one will be JFK. And I think it also depends on what's taught in schools. I noticed something when I was still in school, and I didn't notice it until way later, but a lot of the teachers that I had were pushing an agenda. They didn't teach us a lot of things that they were supposed to. So, and I don't think that that's the right way of doing things. I think giving people the facts and then letting them base their opinions off of facts is the right way of doing things. And they weren't doing that. Brando, what's up? Welcome back. So now we're gonna stop with the political talk. Because you showed up. That's why. Brutal honesty, but it's because you showed up. I've never understood how people get into smoking. Bummer. You get a little riled up when politics comes into the frame, so I'm just gonna leave it at that and say we'll just stop talking about it. Hmm. Well, I've been around smokers my whole life as well. I just never got into it. I didn't like the smell, so I kind of stayed away from it personally. The only smoking smell that I actually enjoy is cherry pipe tobacco. That shit smells great. Cigarettes is what I've been around. Yeah, I'm just worried about. Ooh, I never played Tomb Raider. I think it's only on PlayStation, and I don't have a modern PlayStation. Also, I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that it's a third person view game, and I really don't like third person view. I prefer first person. Oh, interesting. So then I'm wrong. On one part, anyway. Oh. I love how one dude popped in here and said, "Show me some real sharpening," or something like that, and then just left. Never saw the dude again. Yeah, did you also just see that it's right around 3 o'clock again? I know, it's 2:20 here. I was just bringing it up. Usually you're like, holy shit, it's 3 o'clock already. I need to go to bed. But usually it's also a weekday. So, Alan, what's up? The only third person game I actually enjoyed was Resident Evil 5. And even then, like, I barely enjoyed it. Never played that one either. Actually, Army of Two wasn't bad. You mean TWO? No, I don't. I wish they had more options, but more gun options. You know what my favorite game used to be? Xbox exclusive. We'll start off with that. Halo's a solid guess. Anybody else want to throw a guess out there? Well, don't know how to pronounce that, so that should tell you that that's a no. Not a bad guess, though. Well, you were right. It was Halo, but which one? The first one, obviously. Okay. Anybody else that got any guesses? It was a Halo game. No, ODST wasn't very fun. I got stuck doing a fucking circle the whole time I played that game. Like, I killed all the enemies and I couldn't figure out where the fuck I was supposed to go after that. It was Reach. Reach was my favorite. Back when they still had online servers. It was great. Reach with Forge World. or the Forge game mode was just peak gaming experience right there back in the day. It's also probably the saddest campaign I've ever seen. I fully recommend that anybody who hasn't played it do a full playthrough. The downside is left trigger isn't for aiming, it's for throwing grenades, so that sucks. Other than that, great game. I will always despise Bungie for making it left trigger grenade. You can't change it on the Xbox. There is no option to change that. What's up, Scott? How's it going? Did I really? I did take that off. Damn it. No, you can't. It's so stupid. There's no option to. You just gotta. You can, but you can't change the left trigger from grenade to something else. You have to press. This is the stupidest part of Halo Reach. You have to press the not the direction pad, but the stick in to aim. It is so stupid. Getting ready for work. I'm just sharpening right here. Doing all right. You know, starting to wind down. I hate the PlayStation controller so much. But you guys got to keep in mind, I've been playing Xbox for how long has it been? 12 years? No, I grew up on DualShock 2. I can agree with that. I started off on PlayStation. But like the newest PlayStation in the house is a PS2. So, and the one I played on all the time was the PlayStation 1. I don't even know how you can be a champion at Halo. I was probably the best sniper in the clan that I was in, but other than that, he won 200K and then he turned into a teacher. Wow. I'm not trying to be mean, but oh, I started on a Game Boy and then I moved over to PlayStation 1 and then I moved over to a 360. I never played the PlayStation 2, we just have one. It's my dad's, you know. What's up, James? How's it going? I'm not going to read that out loud, but nice try. Were you dropped a lot as a child? Just drop in and say that. Oh, I never got the Switch. I've got a DSi and a DS. That looks like shit. That does too. Okay. Good enough. Yeah. If you want to start cheap, do you have a stone base? Like one of these with the screws and the rubber? There are a couple companies that I highly recommend if you want to go with diamond plates. Yeah, this one's cheap. It's like $22 on Amazon. If you look up SATC 400/1000, that's what this one is. Highly recommend it for beginners who just want a cheap stone. If you're not very good at sharpening, practice on the 1000 side, but yeah. I've actually been very happy with this one. I was kind of hoping that tonight was going to be one of the first streams to hit 100 likes, but that didn't happen. I'm not too worried about it. I was just hoping it would. It wasn't my goal. I hit my goal an hour ago. Over an hour ago. Give me just a sec. I'm checking how far past the goal we went. We're 13 past the goal. 21-13. Nope, I don't have any Bowie knives in general. They just aren't my thing. So if this stream did well enough, we may be keeping the channel afloat past 200,000 views a month. And that would be insane. Very funny. I love how people try and get me to say stuff and they fail every time. Nobody's gotten me. And I dare them to try. It's not going to happen. I read everything before I say it. I'm a CD kind of guy. I'm into CDs. What was a crazy game? Ah. Yeah, sports just aren't my thing. So this is a diamond lapping film set on a glass plate. Highly recommend these for people who want that insane finish. It leaves a beautiful edge. As a final grit, this is just amazing. No, it is glass. It literally is. You can see right through it. So basically, this whole setup is a glass plate with diamond coated tape on it. Yeah, if you want to find these, I can tell you where to buy them. This set, I'm not sure if they took my advice and set their. Let me check their website real quick. I don't know yet if they SHARPO. Knife sharpening. Oh, they have an accessories section now. Hell yeah, there we go. They took my advice, guys. Okay, so they took part of my advice. That's amazing. I gotta show you guys this. This is awesome. So if we go on to Sharpo. So if you look up Sharpo on Google, and it's sharposharp.com, then you click up here, you go to knife sharpening. So they didn't used to have this accessories section. So yeah, you can get this right there, which is this basically, for $25, or just the glass plate for 13. God, I'm so glad that they did that. And then this full set is $60 or $70 plus shipping, which is the set that I have. And the replacement films, which is the only thing that I think that they need to fix, is options for this. Right? I want them to do one of these diamond sets. And instead of doing the full set of 4 different grits, they do a set of 2. And the 2 grits should be like 500 and 1200 instead of the 320, 500, 18, and then 3000. But I'm glad they actually took my advice on that. That is great to see. You mean just a really fucking big, heavy knife? So yeah, this set is 70. Highly recommend it if you already know how to sharpen stuff. leaves my favorite edges behind. John, what's up? How's it going? Ooh, that's a sticky edge. This thing's going to be awesome. All right. Where did I put my strop? Oh, I know where I put it. Damn it, it's in the other room. So, I'm not sure. You need the right size glass. Kinda. I understand that a full set for 70 is quite a bit. Don't get me wrong, I completely understand that. I'm trying to talk them into a cheaper set for 45 plus shipping. I really am. But you got to keep in mind I'm just a small YouTuber and they're a whole ass company and they really don't need to take suggestions from a random guy. That feels weird. Oh, let's not put it on water. It's got a nasty edge, but there's something catching. Might need to sharpen further. Real quick. Microscope, take a look at what's going on. What now? I genuinely have no clue what you're asking. That sentence just didn't add up. Oh, some chips. Interesting. That explains a lot. Up here looks pretty decent. But down here towards the base, there's some fat chips taken out. Huh. Wonder how that happened. Or if it was just like that from factory, or from when I got it, because I know this thing had a shitty edge on it. Yeah, you can sit there and see the chips. Right there, all the way down to here. Razor sharp my ass. The fuck you mean razor sharp? That shit wasn't sharp. Maybe it was from factory, but how long ago was factory? I can't talk too much shit. They make some really good stuff for the price. So we are going to wipe this thing off. I don't know, it was made in China by Rough Rider. Rough Rider makes some decent shit. It's just, like, it's got their old logo. I'm not sure if the stuff they made back then was as good as the stuff they make now. Which is actually a weird thing to say, because usually it's like, oh, they don't make shit like they used to. And they're right, unfortunately. Like, whoop-de-doo, you used to make good shit. You got a reputation for making good shit, and then you went and threw it all away with all your modern stuff. Gerber. I'm not talking about a specific company or anything. Benchmade. God forbid I call out anybody. They would hate that. Oh, I sharpen knives for money. I don't sharpen knives for fun. If I wasn't good at it, I wouldn't charge anything. this edge at 3000 grit finish at the angle that it's at is $12. When you're good at something, you don't do it for free. I'm not finished with the current knife, to be completely fair, so... Plus, I did pull out the most expensive sharpening job I've ever done, which $12 isn't a whole lot, so... Okay, then. And you've been watching this weird shit for how long? It's pretty obvious you're at least mildly intrigued by what I'm doing. Yeah, exactly. You don't just sit there for 10 minutes for no reason. Almost there. Oh, and then he left as soon as I said that. Oh well. Whatever shall I do? You know, that one's going up for sale when I'm done with it. I need to put more stuff up for sale on Blade Binge. The problem is, Blade Binge also takes a cut. I'd much rather the money go straight to me instead of going to Blade Binge. So, I think here at 4 hours, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. That's about 14 minutes from now. Hopefully by then I'll be done. Kevin, what's up? How's it going? I can tell your last comeback wasn't very good. 12 minutes from now. Well, that's definitely sharp, but having an issue once we get to the stropping stage. Okay, you have fun with that. Okay, now we swap blades. Oh. Well, that one's got a pretty decent factory edge, so I'm not going to ruin that one. Not bad. Look that up and see if I can get a price for it. Okay, Let's just take a picture of it and see if damn, that picture looks like shit. Google Photos. Then use the lens feature. Damn. Guess I'm not gonna find that knife online. Oh well. Go drink some water. It's the only thing that I'll tell you guys to do. At least we finished sharpening before anything else. Hell yeah. We hit 70 likes. Oh, my other phone says 71. But the one I'm recording with says 70. That's weird. Anyway. Got another minute until I go ahead and end the stream. Gonna go ahead and write down a knife that I need to look for. And then a price point that I would like to sell it for. We'll see if I can get one that will be able to go for that much. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and end it here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night, day, morning, whatever it is. And we will see you in the next one.